Hello, this is Ken Ferrie with this week's Boots in the Field report. Kind of wild weather this weekend with more than 7 tornadoes on the ground in Illinois, not to mention all the other states. Our prayers go out to anybody who was affected by that storm. We had a substantial freeze in a lot of areas this morning. Reports from 29 degrees to 32 degrees with the frost hanging around 3 hours or more. Things are kind of crunchy in the grass this morning. As we look at our March planted beans here at the campus, some are not going to make it. The worst hit were the beans in the unifoliate stage or more in the low ground. The unifoliate leaves are dark and deflated. The cotyledons have a dark color. The biggest telltale is the stem has no turgor pressure right below the cotyledons, right underneath there. Those with soft stems will be brown by Wednesday. Now those with just discolored cotyledons, it's going to take a little bit longer to see if they'll refire at that cotyledon node. The question will be how many survive and how uniform the remaining population is. Here at the campus, the last emerging beans still in the cotyledon stage are in good shape, and the beans that we planted into covers were protected well. As pest team are out evaluating stands, don't forget to keep an eye on the bean leaf beetle. Now we still have a green light for planting beans. If you don't have your full season beans planted by the 24th, you may want to switch to your shorter season beans, giving them a better chance at early flowering. Our early flowering window is closing for these full season beans. You know, guys ask, why plant beans in March when you could plant them April 15th? Well, if you can plant them April 15th, not much is gained. But if you get rained out until May 1st or later, you could definitely miss the early flowering window. You know, so that risk of early planting and dealing with frost and the need to help them up with a hoe and things like that, that always needs to be weighed against missing the early flowering window. Now, we'll stay on top of this issue throughout the week to help manage replant decisions if needed. I'm hoping they won't be. Looking at our planting light situation for corn. Start off with, we don't mud corn in. So if it's too wet, it's a red light no matter what the soil temps. If the ground is fit for good planting, then we look at seed chilling, which takes place when the seeds imbibes that water in the first 12 to 24 hours. If the seed is in the ground with soil temperatures below 50 degrees, it can cause this seed chilling. Secondly, we look at how long it's going to take to get to 120 growing degree days at that 2-inch depth. Can this corn get out of the ground in 10 days or less? If it can't, spike down plants are at risk of delayed emergence and causing lower ear counts. Now, if one of these conditions is a concern, we're in the yellow light. If both conditions, seed chilling and spike down plants, are concerned, we're in a red light. Now, based on several weather forecasts, we're setting up the light sequence. So the areas south of Hayworth towards Jacksonville and south, we're going to go green tomorrow, Tuesday the 21st, through Tuesday the 28th, and then going yellow on the 29th. Now here in the 136 corridor, again we're going green tomorrow the 21st through Saturday the 25th. We're going to switch back to yellow on Sunday through Tuesday the 28th, and then we're going to red. Our northern Illinois corridor, we're going green tomorrow as well, the 21st, through Thursday the 23rd. We're switching to yellow on Friday the 24th through Sunday, and then going red on Monday. Now again, these signals are based on long-range forecast, which the accuracy fades after 3 days. So we'll watch and keep updating this as time goes by. You know, if you haven't got any corn run through the planter yet, this may be a good time to get those first day willies out of the way. If you have seed quality tests run on your seed lots, be sure to put your better testing seed in those yellow windows if you're planting. Now, because of all the different combinations and growing systems out there, the best way to manage this is to check your own soil temperatures with the soil thermometer. Again, checking that 2-inch depth in the morning. By the end of the week, we'll know how rough this frost damage is, and we'll reassess after that. This will be a busy week for all the pest teams. To stay up to date, check out our website at croptechinc.com and subscribe to our podcast, Boots in the Field Report. Keep her safe, keep her moving.